It's easy to forget the extent to which citizens of countries on the densely packed European continent once viewed even neighboring lands as foreign and exotic. The passion French composers of the late 19th and early 20th centuries developed for Spanish culture was an outgrowth of this perspective, as musicians like Bizet, Saint-Saëns, Chabrier, Debussy, and Ravel eagerly infused elements of traditional Spanish music into some of their most colorful and effective works. And the first in this line of pieces was the Symphonie Espagnole for violin and orchestra, written by a relatively obscure violinist, violist, and teacher named Edouard Lalo. Lalo's Symphonie Espagnole was composed in 1874, when memories of France's humiliation in the Franco-Prussian War were still bitterly fresh. This defeat intensified a long-held antipathy towards all things German that created special challenges for French musicians at a time when German music held preeminent status in Europe, both through the canonization of works by the old German and Austrian masters and the pervasive revolutionary influence of Wagner. As a result, French composers sought ways to make their music different in both content and manner, renouncing Germanic complication and learnedness in favor of a more direct, evocative style. In the previous decade, the great Spanish violin virtuoso Pablo de Sarasate had launched his professional career in Paris, a development that would be fortuitous for Lalo. Sarasate's astonishing technical facility, dramatic flair, and tonal elegance set him apart from the other great violinist of the day, Joseph Joachim, whose playing style, as well as his friendship with Brahms, accorded him an aura of high Germanic seriousness. Lalo wrote two works for Sarasate, a now largely forgotten violin concerto and the Symphonie Espagnole, a five-movement hybrid concerto, suite, and symphony that would become his best-known composition. In addition to writing a solo part that allowed Sarasate to exploit the full range of his technical skills, Lalo filled the piece with elements of traditional music of the soloist's native Spain, such as alternating triple and duple rhythms, idiomatic dances like the seguidilla and the habanera, and a passionate, often melancholy lyricism. The overall effect was beautifully described by Tchaikovsky, whose own violin concerto was directly inspired by playing through the Symphonie Espagnole with a friend. In a letter to a patron, he wrote, "Lalo's music is so fresh and light, with piquant rhythms and melodies which are beautifully harmonized. He carefully avoids all that is routine. He seeks new forms without trying to be profound, and is more concerned with musical beauty than with traditions."